on, let's do this.
Guys, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay, I just said we'll get ready to get started. That's fine. Okay.
I'm good, man.
I'm good, man.
You don't want to even ask, man.
Nobody can. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening,
Yo.
whatever time you are listening. Welcome to another episode. This is episode 105
Bing bong.
of Hype and Then Some, the podcast. We're back in the building. How you guys doing? Welcome.
We are good.
Welcome.
Good. All right, let's get straight into it. It is Kesi, aka K's Boogie in the cut. What to do?
And it's your boy. Shammy T, if you're damn well nasty.
And it's Mr. MBT, the one and only.
Wow. Guys, another big thank you to everybody who has tuned in to our first season of our new series.
Yes.
Let Me
Style Your
Style
Ass.
You. We finished with our final episode of the season with Michael, aka MBT. We got him styled. I think me and Toby did pretty good, seeing as we won, where we got the best average high score. So for that, we say a chip chat salad. So yes, thank you to everybody for tuning in and for showing your support, dropping comments. We see all of them. Appreciate you greatly.
Yeah.
Couple of people are asking about some Hype and Then Some hoodies and some clothing. Just know it is in conversation and we might have something for you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
But we got some other things to iron out.
Yeah.
Prior to the fact. So
there's some stuff that
look
needs
out
to
for
be
it,
dealt
but
with.
like apply patience. You know what I mean?
Just listen to this episode and you'll know the reason why.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it.
Yeah, man.
Right? Is there anything that we want to say ahead of time?
Nah, I just really love those salmons right there.
Yeah, okay. We'll get to that in a second. All right then, guys. It is time for Table Trainers.
Trainers tables. What
Thank you, MVT.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Okay. Well, you already know how it goes, guys. If you are listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see these trainers in a what?
In a real life.
Gorgeous. But if you do not want to come onto YouTube, don't worry. I'm going to describe this journey to you in the best way I know how.
Yeah, man.
So if you are already here, you would see that there is a theme,
Yep.
but it's not a theme that you
There
will
is.
see immediately.
Why is it always you that doesn't know what the fucking theme is?
I mean, I don't know
There
what
is
the film is,
always piss off. There is always something. There is always a theme, even if it takes a second. But we will get into it. To the right of us, we have the Bape X Jound Bapesters. These are Toby's pair. They look a lot better than mine. My pair is currently brown all over. Need to deal with that. Anyway, great shoe. Beautiful. The reason why it's on the table today is because our theme, I suppose I should reveal that now, is that we've decided to put together some of our favorite trainers that aren't Nike but are super trendy and popping right now.
Yep.
And the Bapesters are back in like it's 06.
Yep.
Don't really know what's going on, but I'm very here for it. I don't understand with all the lawsuits that Nike's doing why they haven't come to find Bape at their place.
I feel like they probably have it. They just lost.
Yeah, but
They
like, so
must
then why
have.
are you going for John Geiger?
Because they're going to go for
It's
anywhere
weird.
they
It's
can.
super petty. I don't know. It's very sneaky. But yeah, seeing as there is a drought on Air Forces, you might as well go for the next best thing. It's the £400 version. Okay.
Terrace.
So we give God the glory. Let's
Air
move.
Forces might as well be the same price resale anyway.
It's the fact that
Yeah.
you sent a reseller that was selling Air Forces and you were talking about sizing. I said, so you're even considering to buy from this reseller. It's the ghetto that we're in, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's nuts, isn't it?
We're actually in the
Smart.
ghetto. Okay, cool. To the left of us, we have the Salomon XT6. Sorry, I was
Yep.
going to say XT6.
In the apricot.
XT6 in the apricot.
They are so banging, man.
Truly beautiful. It's a great shoe.
Yeah, I love
It's not
them.
for everybody because I can't lie. When you take the trendiness away, I suppose it does look like the shoe for a geography teacher.
Yeah.
But I really like the color. I really like the design. I just need to make sure that I'm not being a hype beast.
I feel like 10
you know,
years- 10
sometimes
years
you have
ago,
to
no
check
one wore
yourself.
this.
Yeah, of course.
No one would have worn this.
Do you know what? It's not. Okay, yes, it is a trendy trainer right now.
It is
Yeah.
very
But
Very.
okay, cool. Like a lot of trainers in this world, it first starts off as a trend. It comes out,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
trendy,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it's for you to decide whether you like it or you don't like it, whether
Yeah.
you jump on a trend or you don't.
Yeah.
Now with this trainer, yes, it is a trainer that a geography teacher will wear.
Yeah.
But if you have an interest in the trainer and you think it's nice, then buy the trainer.
Who cares?
I agree, and at the same time, I think it matches a certain look that you are going for at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is completely fine.
Yeah.
I do question whether it will have any longevity in your
And
wardrobe.
stand the
though.
test of
Oh,
time.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think for you, it would. For me, not so much.
You think?
I don't think so.
I hear that.
I think you guys' style is very, I don't know how to say the word, but is it like athleisure?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys, that's very much your bag, like the New Balances, running shoes, like you guys wear gym clothes as outerwear, do you know what I mean? So this works, I think. I don't think it works as much for me, but I do really like the trainer.
And also it's an alternative. It's a really nice alternative. I'm trying to like try my very best. I don't like Nike as much anymore.
The only thing is that I feel like this shoe is meant to be an everyday shoe. Like it's built to be for every type of
like a Tom Sachs.
Exactly.
So
that's my only issue, is the fact that since it's built like that, you won't be wearing it like an everyday shoe. This is supposed to be for work, for outings, for hikes, for walks.
I make it that.
I think you can. I think there's a potential for it to be not the equivalent, but in the same. I don't know why I tapped this. Not the equivalent, but it used in a similar context as your 990 V5s.
I heard that.
That's kind of what I imagine for this type of trainer.
That's a lovely.
But yeah,
trainer,
gorgeous colorway, really nice.
Yeah.
Let's move on the pedestal today. We have the New Balance X down 990 V3s. Now we all know that Teddy Santis and the New Balance team are going crazy at the minute.
Crazy.
This is no exception. Great collaboration, great colorway. I actually think this is one of the most, if not the most slept on trainer of the year.
Was it slept on because it sold out immediately?
No, everything sells out immediately these days though. That's nothing. I think these are heavily slept on. The resale is still under £400, no?
Yeah, and I feel like if you want to pay, grab them quick because
but I feel like this should have been up there with the original Jowns. Like I feel like it should have been at least 7-8 bills.
But at the same time, all of the Jowns that have come out, it never rose to those kind of prices until a bit later. Time after. The ones that I got that year, they were still like £300-400 for a year after that. It wasn't until they were pretty much extinct on
really? That's how they got expensive?
That they jumped up to like 2K.
I don't know. I feel like you got the what colour?
I got the grey. And the grey, I sold my grey like, I didn't sell it immediately. I think I sold it like 3 months after or so.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 3 months.
I think it was a bit of time after.
It was a while after, but I don't know if it was up to 3 months.
No, trust me, it wasn't, because you had the Bear Bricks as well at that same time.
And you saw the Bear Bricks first.
Yeah, you saw the Bear Bricks and then you saw that straight after. It wasn't like 3 months. It was like, let's say a month.
Okay, cool. Well, I sold mine for £6 anyway.
Yeah.
And it was that price for a very long time.
Yeah,
but now it's 2K.
Yeah, but no, I understand that. No one's talking about 2K element. We're talking about within the first month or so, or the first 2 months. It's been out for about a month or two.
About 3.
About 3 months. By now, I would have expected this to be 7-8 bills. Like you were able to sell yours for 6 bills, and you sold it for a low price.
Yeah.
So I would have expected it to be around that side of things. That wasn't a dig, by the way. I'm just saying.
I was going to say,
no, it wasn't a dig.
Toby sold quite a few trainers, I've
really lowballed over the years, but here we go.
You've lowballed, but I guess, like you always say to me, you made your money.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
if you have a figure in your mind that you're happy to make and you've made that, you just
you can't really control the market. It's like buying like a watch.
Was there a trainer that you guys have sold in the past that you sold it at the right time? Is there one trainer that you think you're like, I'm glad I sold it at that time?
I don't think I've ever kept a shoe long enough to be able to say that I sold it at the right time for sure.
Shit.
I'm always the kind of person where I'm like, I know what figure I want right now, so let me get my money and keep it moving.
Right now,
I think I've kind of like you lowballed because of scenarios in life where I've kind of just had to sell trainers to make bread. And like my LD waffles, the black ones. The black ones, I should have actually sold it for about 5 bills.
How much
I think I sold it for like 330 or something like that.
But that's not that bad. They were used.
They were used.
Still.
No, they were used. I think it's different. So like, for example, the Off-White 10, if I at least kept that for even a year, I would have got a grand for each shoe.
You would have got a grand, but they were yellowed though. They would have yellowed by that point, especially the 97s. And then you would have got less anyway.
Yeah.
So that's okay, but you definitely shouldn't have sold it for what you sold it for.
That.
You definitely.
Seriously.
I think my trainer was the Supreme Dunks. I sold them at the exact right time. I sold them for like 935 or some shit. And now I'm seeing...
You were very lucky for that.
I did.
She did well with that because you was willing to pull the trigger on several occasions.
A lot of times, you guys were like, 6 bills, that's calm, sell it. 7 bills, that's calm, sell it. And I think I sold it on StockX. Someone had bought it
and
for 735, and then I called StockX and I was like, sorry, never mind, please take it back.
Yeah.
And then I sold it to someone on eBay for 935 or something like that. Amazing. And now they're selling for like 5-6 bills.
Mad.
Amazing deal.
But what I want to ask you guys right now, is what trainer, because obviously we've spoken about how we're not looking at Nike anymore and we're looking at other alternatives. So what trainer is on your mind right now? Do you have a trainer on your mind, or are you kind of like off trainers now?
I'm off trainers, and shout out to Omar Skrilla. He sent me the pair of the Amamania Jordan 4s that are expected to be coming out, and I was so over them. So over them. I bought the Jordan 4 breads recently. Over it. I need to get rid of that shit. Anyone want it in a size 6, please shout me. Actually, it's just like, what the fuck is this? And I spent $3 for this. Allow me, man.
Well, come on, bro. I think it's and it's not for me personally. It's a different reaction from you, because me personally spending $3 on the used shoe, even though it wasn't that used, for me it's just like I can't do it. And you always tell me to get over that, but it's like once I get it and I have that shoe in hand, I'm like, why the heck did I do that? You know what I mean?
It's with everything in life, innit? Once you get it, like the journey to get it is always more exciting than getting the trainer.
It's so underwhelming.
I'm not gonna lie. With this one, the journey was great. The trainer is great.
But that's like a diamond in a dozen though, because you wanted this shoe.
But that's the key thing. You said diamond in a dozen, but I feel like the only time you should be willing to spend money on resale, used or new, is when you really want it, to the point where once you get it, you'll still be able to enjoy it. Like, I bought the Bapes on resale for $4. I have no regrets. I'm so happy I have them. So that is how it should be. CDG Air Forces, what was that, like $350 or some shit, pushing $4. I have no regrets. Of course you don't have no regrets with that one. Obviously. Okay, great. But what I'm saying is that, like, the things that I paid resale for, which I don't do often, and then when I actually decide to do it, if I'm gonna be feeling like, what the fuck, then it's not.
But the thing is, do you know what? In saying that as well, it's easier said than done. Like
at the time you wanted it.
You can't. There's so many trainings that you wanted.
I think I can.
By exercising discipline.
Yeah, because in that moment it felt like this is the thing as well, and this is another conversation to have about trainers in general, because we have been on such a high extreme level of FOMO, and the idea that, like, if I don't get it now, the training's going to be £600 before I can blink. I didn't have enough time to think. If I really thought it through, the trainer is a size 6, as in 39, and I'm a 640, it's already not my size. I already know Jordan 4s are kind of snug. There was no reason for me to buy that shoe. Like, really and truly, if I think it through. $3 for a used shoe. Granted, it was fine, but like, why? If I'd just taken like maybe a day, I would have been like, okay, no.
But you don't have that time.
Exactly, and that's the problem. I should need to be prepared. Like, when you're spending $3-4, if I told you got a parking ticket, it's $3-4, you would shout. So the idea that you're gonna spend $3-4, you need time.
Especially when it's the FOMO aspect is what everyone's got to work on.
That's what's pushing us.
That discipline needs to be.
I don't think it's the discipline for FOMO, because, like I said, you don't have the time. But so either you strike or you don't strike.
This is the issue though, because even though you don't have the time, then you end up in a situation that Kesi's in. Because if you don't take that time, then you're going to get that shoe. Obviously, you at that point you won't be thinking about that. But once you do get that shoe, and you have that situation where you're like, I'm out of the pocket of $3 for shit.
There's a lot of room for cash loss. A lot of room for cash loss.
That's just a downward stream. By the end of it, what, you got 4 trainings, you spent $1,000, and it's like, how the hell did I get here? You know what I mean?
That's why I feel like we've got to go back to, buying the trainers and not letting the trainers buy us.
So Kesi says she has no trainers on her list. Do you have any trainers on your list?
I'll just go back to the New Balance Shams that I sold. I definitely want those back.
Oh,
really?
That's so sad.
I want them back.
Mad.
And how much are they now? $2,000. Fuck me, man, sideways.
No, there's ones on eBay for like $5-6, but I'm not paying that. I can't. I'm sorry.
But don't you feel like, anyway, we'll move on. But like, don't you feel like, I made $6, so it's like it's all a part of the game. I charge it to the game. I made my $6. I get my $6 back.
There's no charging that one. To the game.
I hear that. For me, it's the Sean Witherspoons.
So you do have a trainer list?
Yeah.
That she ain't gonna leave that shit.
I haven't removed it. I still want them. I still for the summer.
Right now, I actually want the brown and black Johns.
Oh, serious?
I want the brown and black Johns. I want the Kith 99. Yeah, I want those.
I'm not sure you'll like the brown and black ones.
I don't think so.
I think I will. I can see myself wearing a blue tracksuit with a blue
I hear that. Yeah, I can see
that, but that's all I can do.
I can see it too, but that's the issue.
That's all I can do.
Like once you get it, it'll be like
really.
Yeah,
even me, I'm saying to myself, I don't like Air Maxes. So for me to go and buy an Air Max 97 1,
it's a cold shoe, but I feel like
I have to ask the question.
Yeah,
but the thing
I need to see on my foot, Tara.
Do you know what? I get that.
Yeah,
but I need to try other stuff out, like try other colorways. You can't just keep staying with the same. Yeah, you can't.
We do need to move on, but yeah, it goes back again to trying stuff out. Yeah, it's nice, but we were spending so much amount on shoes.
100%.
It needs to work.
Try stuff out.
That's why you need to get what from a resale perspective. Yeah. That's why you need to get as soon as you can, while people are still moving dumb.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
We literally just got around the circles.
It's hot in here.
Okay, I'll do that. Anyway, let's conclude. That brings us to the end of Tables
Trainers Tables. Watch out! Right, anyway, so every single week, as you guys know, we come with the latest news about music, fashion, what's popping in the culture, and also sneakers.
Yep.
So we got some news for you guys. So, Misguided are finished. Completely terminated. The same way Topshop and Topman have left the game, Misguided are about to leave the game as well.
Serious. I didn't know what you guys
they filed for administration.
Wow.
So basically what happened was, obviously, like,
£2 dresses didn't work.
those dresses that look like the slinkies that go down the stairs.
Brother, no, literally. I just remember hearing that there was carnage, and then boom. There was just carnage, man. And then the next day, the breaking news was that they sent like employees home. They're not paying suppliers. They've got no money.
Sad.
People are losing their jobs like immediately, and then they filed.
Do you know what's so mad about when a business goes down?
What?
Everything linked to that company gets impacted.
It's so sad, man.
People are getting paid. It's nuts.
This is not a good time for people to be going through.
Yeah.
Because right now we are in a pandemic.
This crisis,
mate.
Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. So
look, cost of living is like buying a Bentley.
But this is what's so frustrating, because the owners of the company are going to be good no matter what.
100%.
They'll never get touched. They've made their money.
It's the company that gets bankrupt. They still got their
people
piece.
that are part of the company that are gonna get the worst, because they may get a severance package. It won't be anything insane.
Yeah.
But in the end, you've now got to go find another job in this time where
jobs are tight.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Jobs are not tight at the moment, but once again, if you haven't got a specialist skill or something, you're gonna find it hard to find a job. Number one. Number two, you're in a situation where everything is expensive, bills, all of that. So even if you have an emergency fund, God knows how quickly that's gonna get.
Yeah.
It's like,
go on.
It's like we're just in such a really, really hard time for stuff like this to be happening. It's just sad. Like the company just ran terribly at that point.
Yeah.
So there is a slight update in regards to this.
Misguided.
Yes. So Fraser's Group, this is the shopping empire founded by
Sports Direct guy
Mike Ashley. Has swooped in to save Misguided.
He's a bandit.
He bought it for £1.
He's a bandit.
He bought another company for £1.
As a reminder, Mike Ashley also swooped in to save House of Fraser,
and
he also owns Sports Direct.
Yeah. And he owns flannels.
Yeah.
And he owns Hip Store. Is he on Hip Store? No, I don't think he owns Hip Store. He owns a bunch of companies that are owned by the...
No, he owns...
Is he on JD Sports?
No. He owns what's that store that's in Sports Direct that's at the top?
USC
owns them.
USC, yeah. Evan Cycles.
Yeah.
Game. He owns Game.
Game is now in Sports Direct. He owns Kango,
Everlast, Jack Wills. Fuck.
That means he owns Everlast Gym.
Yeah.
Universal Cycles, Flannel, No Fear, Taras.
Yeah, he's swooped up.
Lonsdale Boxing,
he's a billionaire.
Yeah, he's cleared it. He's so jarring, man.
How can you call him jarring?
He's jarring, man.
He's just taking advantage. Do you know what? The same way you would take advantage of this situation, the same way he's taking advantage. So you can't.
And that's the thing.
Is he the man that had Radar?
Yeah. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just taking advantage.
Yeah, that's it.
And the thing is,
he's just opportunist.
I was looking at
slicing jar.
Yeah.
I was looking at what you need to do to prepare yourself for a recession. Yeah, and the main thing is having money,
cash.
He's the guy that's got the cash, so you could take advantage of this. If everyone else is struggling to do something, he's out here buying these companies for £1, build them back up, and then what? They just remove all the stores and keep online presence, and he's gonna make his money.
You just need to be in a recession. Yeah, you need to be mad liquid.
He needs to be he's like crazy liquid. Just take up any opportunity.
He did actually used to own JJB Sports.
That one was the worst competitor for JD Sports. Man said JD Sports.
I genuinely thought that they were I thought that they were partners.
Nah.
I didn't understand JJB whatsoever.
Nah, there was just a bitch in the corner that just wanted to just copy that ass. Anyway, swiftly moving on. So, as you know, one of our favorite artists. Actually, I think it is. Our favorite artist. He's in lockdown. Not COVID. Jail. This guy is in jail, and he is going to be in jail until January 2023 because that's when his court case is going to be.
This guy in question is Gunner, by the way. If that wasn't
they
clear.
said we're not giving you no bail because you're second in command.
Yeah, he said you a whole flight risk. That's so sad, man. It's so sad because I think I was listening to Private Island, and I was just listening to the end of the song where he said, "I knew we would see better days," and I said, "Damn, man, you really didn't see them." Huh?
No, not at all.
He was actually going to be at Wireless this year. He was going to do that whole. He had a festival run, like he had a tour.
Do you know what? This is very bad man of me, but I want people to stand at Wireless, like we stood at what's it called, Afro Nation, and we were like, is J Hus going to be there? Is he going to be there? He definitely ain't going to be there.
Except Gunner's actually not on the show. That's really sad.
But I heard a song from Gucci Mane not too long ago. I'll tell you guys what the song is later on. But the song was like, he basically said in the lyrics all you rappers, think about your lyrics because the judges are gonna come for you for your lyrics.
Yeah,
like a lot of rappers have been saying that.
Vlad TV.
Yeah,
you know he's.
Don't do that. No, but even after you said that, because when I spoke to you about Vlad, that guy is a prick. Everyone's business is out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even
the questions that he asks are very, very aggressive.
Yeah. Wife and Lucci. There's actually a recording where he's asking questions about his beef with Thug. Like,
serious?
Yeah, and it's like, you're talking about your business out there. So the police have just seen, okay, we know you guys have a connection. We know there's a battle going on here. Yeah. Like, it's mad long. Like
there was, I was watching the interview that he did with Ja Rule, so random. And Ja Rule had a RICO case with Murder Inc., right?
Yeah.
I've got you in there, man, yeah? And in the interview, Vlad TV was, what's your connection with Supreme, who's some guy that's like, out there doing things. I was like, so what's your connection with Supreme? What kind of interview question is that anyway?
Man.
Does that sound like an interview question that Joe Budden would ask? Man said, what is your connection? Yes, DCI Vlad.
He's getting fed questions by the feds.
Absolutely.
Sure.
But that's confirmed though. It's confirmed that Vlad
works for the feds.
No, not works for the feds, but either his work was used by the feds or he's worked with the feds before. Some shit like that.
Yeah, they need to get this guy out of the scene, man. He's like Tim Westwood.
Because someone would take that literally.
He's a narc.
Yeah, what's going on with Tim Westwood? That court case.
Man. Was he in a court case?
No, it's not a court case. It was just like an expose on BBC. It's not going to go anywhere because he only affected black women, but you didn't hear that from me.
Wow. Mad.
Anyway.
Next thing on the list, unfortunately.
What? He's just a perv.
He's old,
that's all.
Yeah, he should have gone to jail like R. Kelly, man.
Allegedly.
Anyway, next thing on the list is the Jordan Falls. So we saw some posts in regards to Amamanair releasing some Jordan 4s. It's following the same colorway as all the other Amamanair trainers that have come out. It's like a mocha burgundy combination. I'm not mad at it. I like the trainer. I'm now asking myself, how long am I going to like that trainer for?
I think.
Well, first of all, the trainer is a mock-up. It's not confirmed by anybody. But it is confirmed that there will be a Amamanair Jordan 4. But people conceptualize it by using the Jordan 3 colours.
Yeah.
Jordan 3 or Jordan 2?
The Jordan 3 and the Jordan 2s.
And the Jordan 2s, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, off the back of that, I mean, I'm just so over it. Like I said, I'm over it.
I won't be surprised if it is the same colorway because we can see there is a consistent color scheme that they're using, and
the Jordan 2s and 1s.
So, and then eventually, like if you're cool enough to be able to do it, get the whole pack. You've got the whole pack of Amamaniers in. No, I think that would actually sell for quite a bit.
Yeah, you're talking from a selling perspective. I'm just saying, like, so alright, what the hell?
All right, okay, swiftly moving on. Anyway, so I saw on on Instagram, Chanel are opening private stores for their high selling customers,
or high
purchasing customers.
Yeah.
That's mad. Wow. Because that's bloody expensive.
No, that's not what surprised me. What surprised me is Chanel was saying that they had their best year yet. I said the reason why you had your best year yet is you guys increased the bloody prices. That's why. Of course, it's going to be a best year yet. The hype for Chanel has not died down since they started doing the trainers that everyone has jumped on. That became a whole high fashion look that everyone wanted to go for. Chanel has been on a trajectory which has gone up, and then they increased their prices at the same time. Of course, you're gonna have your best year yet.
I hear it.
Yeah, the trainers is such a small part of what they do. It's their bags that are clearing.
That's true.
Their bags are clearing like no man's business. Like that's still a symbol of wealth. Hermes and their Birkins, granted it was popular, but it's still really hard to get. There's no accessibility there on that front for a lot of people. So the next best thing is Chanel, I guess. But I just find it interesting because the fact that they've opened a private store for a particular set of clients, do you think that is like their way of bringing back luxury? And the way that I am saying that is like, you know how everything in this life, no matter the price now, has become accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like this is their way of trying to still separate. Like, remember there was a time where Louboutin, these things weren't in our view. And it's not just because we were young, it's because we were not in that bracket. Like, that's not our business. That's rich people business.
No, it's mine.
I feel like, amen. I feel like that's what Chanel are trying to do by opening a private store. Like, I feel like that's a way of still like separating.
I agree. I mean, I saw something recently as well with Burberry at the same time where they were talking about how Burberry wanted to reinstate themselves as being a high fashion brand, so they increased a lot of their prices. So like t-shirts, for example, a few years ago, a Burberry t-shirt you couldn't buy from the store for like $2 bills. They're now $4 bills.
Minimum.
Really?
They're
minimum.
really
I saw that $250.
No,
$4
they're
bills
really
minimum
expensive.
now.
$4. I'm not paying $4 for a Burberry t-shirt.
But this is the whole idea. The whole idea is to reinstate yourself as being a high fashion brand.
Burberry should stay in their lane. Don't do that.
No, but that is their lane though. That's
the lane that they want to be in. But
Burberry's always been like high fashion British heritage kind of brand. Like, it's never been.
It was high fascist, but high fascist, you know.
High fascist.
No, it's not. But I feel like somewhere along the way, like they started looking at Mulberry turned into like it was getting close to Radley. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what caused that though?
I'll tell you what caused it. The I don't know if we're allowed to say this word. Chav, we're allowed to say that, right?
Okay, I think that's fine.
The Chav era, that whole the Burberry caps, that reduced the brand significantly.
Big
like
time.
people really weren't fucking with the brand when that era like came about.
But do you know what? I feel like Burberry don't even need to be in that lane of
but
super
that's the lane
luxury.
they want to be in, though.
I get
that's
that. Yeah, you can be what you want, what you really, really want. But I'm trying to say that the lane that they've been in has been perfect. Perfect for them. It fits. It fits both demographics of people that obviously love high luxury items and also what's called the middle class as well. It's fit. It's perfect for them. Trying to go to super luxury where Chanel and Hermes and all these people are there, you're gonna get washed out.
Because their main thing, Burberry aren't necessarily a fashion brand. Like, their main thing were coats. And those trenches and Max were geared towards the corporate man. And so that's why the bracket that they kind of needed to stay in was a little bit low. Just a little bit lower. £800 coats. That's a bit steep. But like the cheaper end of coats,
I get what you mean.
The cheaper end of coats should have been about $8. That would have made sense.
Middle class.
But but that's like Moncler as well. So it's like
no, Moncler is different though. It's a different type of
fashion. I feel like Burberry, I think they're getting a bit ambitious, but that's why I think after the Chav era and the Burberry caps, that rebrand was so important because they wanted to steer as far away from looking like that as possible. So they changed their whole brand identity to be a bit more fashionable and in, which is why we've had the last two creative directors, but it's not giving what it needed to have game, man.
Let's watch out for that space in it. Let's see where it goes. Anyway, Dr. Dre, and this is I'm shocked because I thought he already sold it, but Dr. Dre has now sold Beats by Dre for $3 billion. He's actually sold it.
He sold it. I think he was in partnership with Apple at the time.
Okay, now
he didn't sell it at the time.
Now he sold his full stake.
He's gone. He's out of
madness for $3 billion.
Bills.
Yeah. So does that make him a billionaire now?
Yes, of course. He sold it for $3 billion.
No, because he doesn't own the whole of. It's a partnership.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Didn't he sell his share?
That's what I think. Because I think he sold his stake in Apple in Beats to Apple. Because at the time, Apple already owned part of Beats, so he must have just sold his stake in it.
Because Beats by Dre. Okay, so Beats by Dre before it went to before Apple had their stake, was owned by Dr. Dre and someone else.
I think it was Zane Lowe.
No, I think it might have been Zane Lowe.
No, I don't think it's Zane Lowe.
It's a white guy. It's a white guy.
I know. Isn't Zane Lowe white?
No. Is Zane Lowe white?
Yeah. I think it was Zane Lowe.
Anyway, I don't know these people. Anyway, so Dr. Dre and someone that had a partnership in Beats by Dre. Beats by Dre then sold a stake to Apple. I don't know if it was Dr. Dre's stake. It was a stake in that. And now the whole...
Jimmy Levine.
Levine.
Yeah, that's the name.
Jimmy Iovine?
No, Levine.
Is it Levine? I thought it was Iovine.
Get your name
Maybe
right.
it is.
Now the whole stake has gone.
It is Iovine.
So,
Levine,
could you check if Dr. Dre is actually a billionaire now? Because I don't think he is.
I think he might have just sold his stake, I
don't think he is.
At the minute, he's worth 800 million, but that's prior to the sale.
Really? Oh, he's probably a billionaire now. Then.
So I don't know what that means. Man said Levine. I'm not over that one.
Okay, so out of that sale, he actually no. This is in 2013.
Yeah, that's the initial partnership where they bought into it. Anyway, you guys look into it. I'm gonna move on swiftly. So next thing on the list, and I was a bit shocked about this, but then when I kind of understood the actual scenario, I wasn't really pissed off. So someone threw a cake at the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, just to give you a bit of context, in 1985, someone threw acid at the Mona Lisa.
1950, they said.
1950.
1950.
Okay, we need to fact check. Anyway, back then, someone threw acid at the Mona Lisa. Yeah, and they had to restore it. Yeah. Firstly, the Mona Lisa is not the Mona Lisa anymore because after the acid was thrown at it, it has now been tainted. Yeah.
So, I mean, but a lot of artifacts and stuff like that get restored anyway.
I hear it. All the time. True.
So I actually think it's a replica that they put up anyway, but that's by the by.
I think for a fact because they have a storage unit under the Louvre, like where they keep the authentic shit.
Yeah. And they're locked up there.
Because I feel like people have attempted to try and steal the Mona Lisa before. They never had the glass in front of it, so it was just open for people to see, pretty much touch. That's why the acid attack. But now they put that screen on it. Like it was funny for sure because the guy smeared cake on the
man just shit.
The way they carried him.
And he was still talking as he was walking away. No, I rate that guy for sure. That was funny, but I couldn't care less.
I don't care.
Fuck that shit.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you could, if you had the funds, would you ever buy a painting like the Mona Lisa?
I wouldn't buy something like the Mona Lisa because I think like it's just decades and centuries of like hype. That's literally what it is. It's actually centuries of hype. But if there was a painting that I really, really love, I would pay good money for it.
I hear it.
I wouldn't want it in my house because it'd just be looking at me.
I'm just gonna turn off the AC. I'm really cold. Right, Thank you.
Like
the money would just be staring at you.
It's not even that. It's not even that the money's staring at me.
Yeah.
The way the Mona Lisa is painted, and who's the painter of the Mona Lisa?
I don't know.
Well, whoever it is. Anyway, whoever painted it, painted it so well that wherever you're standing in the room, it would look at you. So imagine you sleeping and you turn off the lights and you just see it doing this.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, it was. Yes, thank you. So imagine you're sleeping in your bedroom, you've put on your wall, and it's looking at you like this. When you wake up, God forbid.
Nah, I mean, I think art is a beautiful thing, and I think whatever price you pay for it is worth it for sure.
Please tell me
something as old as a Mona Lisa from them man, there, Leonardo da Vinci, all them guys, like I don't care for that.
Yeah, I just can't. I didn't realize.
I think it's demonic, you know.
I knew Da Vinci was popping, but I didn't remember what he actually did because you just hear his name.
The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That is
wasn't that Picasso?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
No,
okay, I like that.
Picasso was gone a long time ago.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
shout at him.
So next thing on the list,
and he did the Last Supper as well.
Yeah, that's a great painting. Great painting. I think he's got like the most expensive paintings in the world.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Sistine Chapel was Michelangelo.
Was that Michelangelo?
Okay, all right.
Man,
anyway, I don't know shit about art, but I do love art though.
I do. I love art.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah, I can really appreciate it. If I had the funds, I could appreciate it a lot more.
Okay.
Anyway, next thing on the list, and I'm not a fan of it, but what the hell. Anyway, Nike keep doing what Nike keep doing. So Nike and SB are going to be releasing the Jordan 4.
Snooze fest, boo, tomatoes, boo, tomatoes.
Yeah. What is so mad, because as soon as I saw it, because it was you that sent it to us, as soon as we saw it, I saw the Nike Air, then I saw SB.
That was a mock-up though. There's another mock-up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do something dumb like that because it's Nike.
I saw a video of someone skating in supposedly the Air Jordan 4 and it's like a black shoe.
So it's like the pamphlet.
It's like a black cat,
God,
that's it, Black Cat.
Done. Man said Black Panther, shout out
Anyway, so swiftly moving on. So we went to go and see Larry June.
Yeah, shout out Larry.
Yeah, I'm going to start off there because I don't know what that one is. So we went to go and see Larry June. He came to the UK and he smashed it. Larry June smashed it, man. He really did. Everybody singing to his songs. I was surprised. Yeah.
No, not everybody. I wasn't singing to his songs. I don't know all of his songs.
Yeah,
that's all I was.
Suck it to me. Yeah. Good job.
I was doing all of the.
Yeah, it was literally nothing but vibes. But one thing I will say is that Larry June's ad-libs are top tier.
Suck it to me.
Good job, Larry.
Yeah, good job, Landon.
Good job, Larry.
Good job, Landon.
Suck it to me.
It's so cold.
And everybody was doing it too. I liked that. The vibe was definitely really nice. Lafayette is small, dude, but
yeah, man, packed.
It was good vibes.
Yeah, it was small, but his diamonds were
dancing.
Shout out to
his support act too, Saint.
Saint's so good,
great
man. Saint's so good. So No Signal put him as one of the artists to watch for 2020. They did like a class of 2020 thing of like artists that are going to be like popping. Well, I think anyway, I saw that he was included whether it was last year or the year before. And I'd never really heard any of his songs. And there was one song that we'd listened to before prior. but he was killing it.
Yeah.
He was a killer support act. Speaking of supporting acts, so Michael had made a prediction and I shunned him for it. He said that Larry June and Nux would be like a good combo. Like they would make a good song together. It makes sense. And I was like, no, what? Just because Nux is alternative, but it is confirmed that they're making a song together.
That's nuts. That's nuts. Do you know what? Because that Saint guy, his flow is similar to Nux's flow. I think they're all in the same category. I really think they do.
Different flows, different flow, but
different flows, same category. That's it. Like it's more like lyrical, like think about it, don't let it go over your head type of. No, 100%. But yeah, Larry June. If you do not listen to Larry June, I definitely recommend you to listen to him.
Yeah, I don't think it's for everyone though.
He isn't for everyone. He's alternative. He's alternative, but his choice of beats, insane,
amazing.
Yeah. Like Kesi said, the ad libs, it's hilarious. Like he's just brilliant. Different. Another artist that I was telling Kesi about, that we were talking about, is what's it called? I said to her that Young Teflon, is one of the best rappers in the UK.
That's a fact.
Yeah, he is.
So you agree as well?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, really good.
Stupid. Next thing on the list is Huncho.
No, we're not doing that. I thought we would do. Okay, we'll do that last.
Huncho has released an album called Chasing Euphoria. This guy and Euphoria, he's got problems because what was the other mixtape?
I can't remember, but
I think that was called Euphoria.
Euphoria,
this guy, nostalgia. That's all it is for him.
It's the high trippy music.
But well, he is always high. Anyway, Casey's not a fan of Huncho anyway.
Seriously?
Yeah, she's not a fan of Huncho. She's not. Wow. But we're gonna keep it swift because Casey doesn't like Huncho. But
I didn't say that, but I choose not to comment at this time.
All right, no problem. Well, he released an album called Chasing Euphoria. It was a decent album. I would definitely recommend you guys to listen to the song featuring Buju, because I don't know his other name. Binks, whatever.
Benson, man.
Binks, Bunsen.
It's Benson, but the spelling is Benson, but the spelling is crazy.
It's like when everyone used to call Blast Blackst.
It's Blacks. It's the Blacks.
Six blacks.
Yeah, six blacks. Anyway, listen to that tune. It's a decent song. But yeah, swiftly moving on. Tyler the Creator, 21 Savage, Pharrell, new song called Cash Out, coming soon, out next Friday.
Oh wow, that's what
I was gonna ask. What are your predictions? What do you think the song's gonna sound like?
That sounds very weird in my head. I've tried to figure.
When it comes to 21 Savage, I only kind of want to hear him on beats like Metro Boomin beats or like those type of bassy.
Gritty.
And I'm just interested to see how 21 Savage is gonna sound. I'm assuming because Pharrell's on the song, it will be Pharrell produced. That's my assumption. 100%. And I don't know how 21 Savage will sound on that kind of beat, and I don't know where Tyler comes in. I will see. I'm looking forward to it. They're all three great talents. Like I like the way all of them rap and like their art specifically, but I don't know. It's
like when you're looking at food on a menu, you're like, all of that looks very good by itself, but on the same plate.
Yeah, together.
I'm not sure if it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I think 21 Savage has shown us that he can flow on different beats.
Yeah,
like that song. Is it Death to Love or something like that, which is very slow.
R.I.P. Love.
Yeah, R.I.P. Love. Like it's a very slow song, but he's shown us he can do it.
But it's still a Metro Boomin beat though. Like,
it is.
It's still very Metro Boomin.
Yeah, and Pharrell is more happy.
That's like the beats are a bit crisper.
Yeah, not crisper. It's a bit more fun.
But then again, he has made songs for Pusha T too, and Pusha T's got that gritty.
But
Pusha T's rap is different to
21 Savage. 21 Savage is like Chicago.
And then imagine Tyler in the mix of all of that. Yeah, I don't know.
That is a medley I do not want to eat.
I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
What happens? Yeah, because they said they're all great artists. So.
Yep.
Anyway, lastly on the list, I just want to shout out Geordie, who has released his mixtape called KMT. Guys, check it out. I wouldn't even say upcoming. He's been out for a while, isn't it?
He's not an upcoming
artist. But it's a decent project. I still need to listen to it, but I listened to a song with him and Wretch 32, which was a great body of work. So
Wretch 32, man. I love
Wretch 32, man.
Present.
Retro 82
number. 32.
Yeah, well, when you're counting and you're doing 21 plus,
that's crazy.
21 plus 11, what are you going to say? Daddy 2.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
It's definitely
Tatty 2.
Tatty 2. All right, well, shout out to Geordie. And shout out to you. Yeah. All right, let's move into our main topic. Guys, we are feeling some things, okay? And we want to get into the real. That's who we are. We are the real. So let's just move straight on in. We want to be real with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Hype and then some. Let's talk about it. So, originally, we were, for those who know, we used to be called Don't Believe the Hype, aka DBTH.
Yep.
And we decided that we wanted to take this up a notch. We wanted to take the podcast and what this collective is up a notch. And so we knew to do that, we would need to change the name Don't Believe the Hype because, of course, it's a popular term. It's difficult to trademark. Like it will cause some problems illegally,
financially.
And it's just long. Like there was only so far that we could go with a name so common. So we decided to change the name to Hype and Then Some. We'd never heard of anything called Hype and Then Some. Obviously, hype, the actual word, is popular, but and then some makes a big difference. It was quite distinguished in what we were doing.
It just
YouTube
made sense.
content. It made sense. Shouting me and Brandon was down pat and all that stuff. But the long and short of it is, our trademark is being contested by a particular brand who we will not name. But
is there a problem if we were to name them?
Yes, that's done.
Right.
Yes, but their name rhymes with ripe, and they are contesting us based on our name. So do the maths. And the reason why they're contesting us is because they believe that the and then some might sound like an offshoot of their name, which is BS. And fuck them, and fuck their lawyers too.
I just feel like they are a bit scared.
I think they're a bit scared, and I think something that they probably do, it wouldn't surprise me. Obviously, this is alleged, but it's why I feel in my heart possibly that they see anybody that has the name Hype in their name as
competition
and wants to just get rid of them.
Yeah, it's not even that's competition. I think they're just out here just trying to.
They just want to scoop it up,
and they probably most likely will go and trademark it.
And trademark the name thereafter.
100%.
So now, as they've contested us, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of months' time we looked at the list of trademarks and Hype and Then Some was somewhere there. Wouldn't be surprised because they have Believe the Hype, don't they? They're currently owning Believe the Hype. So whoever these people are, by the way, we don't know. It's alleged. But yeah, fuck them. As a result, we are left with the feds. We are at a crossroads.
Yes.
And the crossroads is, do we fight these?
Boom. Thank what
you.
What you gonna do?
Thank you. We are left with the dilemma to either proceed with contesting their contestation.
Something like that.
Contest their contest. Or we give up.
It.
Yeah, we withdraw our trademark application and subsequently change Hype and Then Some to a new name. And that's where we are at the minute. And that's the honest truth. And me personally speaking, me Kesi, I hate I hate starting something and having to change the name multiple times. It really bugs me. I don't like it. And I feel like sometimes as a result, it takes away from it makes your brand look less serious. Because it looks like you're just here, there, everywhere, all over the show. And so when we changed to Hype and Then Some, that was hard enough. And then when we got the branding done for Hype and Then Some, I was like, we turned the corner.
We did it.
This is something different. Like we've opened ourselves. We're reaching a whole new level. And now we're back here again, which is really frustrating. Except we're a couple hundreds down for going through the application, which is very, very frustrating. It's not even a couple, more than a couple. Tell you that for free.
It's quite a few.
So that's where we are at the minute. Do you guys have anything to add on that?
Yeah, I mean, generally it's anyone that's got a podcast out there, you need to understand that this is something which is very real. If you want to take your podcast or your platform or whatever
it may be,
to the next level.
This is a big part of it. I mean, as you guys are probably aware, with the other podcasts out there, Receipts and all those people there, they had issues with their legal battles. Shout out to Receipts podcast, and they had issues with their legal battles as well. So this is something that's very real, and this is something that we are going through at the moment. So yes, there's a lot of things that we would like to do at the moment, but this just has to be taken care of before we can proceed for sure. But one thing I did want to use this time to also clear up is to probably give everyone a bit of insight as to what we do want to do with this brand, because I don't think we clearly have vocalized why we rebrand to Hype Plus, what we want to see for the future, and what we project, what we feel like this could be, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. So do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So the reason why we chose Hype Plus, which was chosen by Kesi, that name was friend to Kesi.
Hype Plus is the brand, but
Hype Plus, but Hype and then some. Hype and then some. The name of Hype and then some came from Kesi, and the reason why it was Hype and then some is because obviously Hype was obviously taken from Don't Believe the Hype, because obviously a lot of the stuff is what we're talking about, which is current, culture, which is trending. Yeah. But then we realized, and we've spoken about on many occasions on the podcast, is that we are more than just people that like trainers. There's many aspects to us. We're multifaceted people. So we like fashion, we like what's going on in the culture, so this relates to events, it relates to pop culture, it relates to so many different things that are going on, news, wherever it is that relates to the culture, that's what we're into. We're also obviously still into trainers to some degree, but there's so many other things that I'm into watches, Casey's into music, Toby's into fashion, music, watches as well, jewelry, all of that type of stuff, and food as well, and that all encapsulates Hype and then some. So that's why we chose that name. Didn't know these pricks will come after us for this name.
And they're big idiots anyway, because it actually has nothing to do with them. And who wants to be on their dry show anyway, bro?
We don't know who we're talking about.
We don't even know. But you know, they're trying to do content like us. But the difference between people that can afford lawyers and a legal team and people like us is that we're actually in the culture. And I can't speak to them man there, over there on that side, over there. But for us, it was really important for us to do something that was homegrown, that felt authentic. That is what we are, and that's what we wanted to do, which is why we knew that we were never going to just be a trainer podcast. Let's be clear. It's not that anymore. And we don't just want to be a podcast, because it's clear it's not that anymore either. And a lot of you guys have said that, like, in terms of the content that you want to see from us, we do a lot better on camera. We've got a lot of personality that's just bigger than these like fortnightly or weekly conversations on the mic for about an hour and a half. And we knew that we were bigger than that, so that's why we wanted to take things up a notch. You know, when we did the hoodies and you guys yanked them,
was amazing.
We literally sold out all of our hoodies,
in
guys.
A week.
We always said that we always said we wouldn't say like how many hoodies we had, and we're still keeping to that. But like, we had quite a few hoodies, bro. It wasn't a small number. It was not single figures by any means. There are a lot of people that own that hoodie now, and that's the only hoodie we ever made. It was sold out in 2 days. In 48 hours. We literally had one hoodie left, and that was gone like that. So when we did that, and when we realized that actually what we have created as a podcast is better than like,
what a lot of other men are doing. What people dedicate a lot of their time to, we created something a lot better than that. Higher quality, decent value. Like, it looked great, it looked amazing. People always say good things about the stuff that we do, so we knew we could never just stay within these four walls. And that's why we've given you more content. Let me style you, and there's a lot more things to come from that. And that's why it was super important for us to rebrand and make sure that, yes, we talk about hype culture, but the and then some signifies everything that we touch outside of that. And we wanted to make that clear that that is the type of time that we're on, which has been received really well. But so that is essentially why we changed the name. I don't think we made that quite clear, like Toby said from the beginning. But as we move forward, and like, we've acknowledged now that we do need to change the name again. We're being authentic. We're keeping it real with you, because we want to take you along the journey this time, so that you can kind of see
what the process is like.
What the process is, not just for the sake of like visibility, but if any of you guys are working on any type of content or any type of platform, going through this process is something that you can expect in the midst of you trying to take your brand from one thing to the next. So let's just keep it a buck. So what do we want to talk about?
Let's start.
The legal process?
Let's talk about the legal process, because the legal process was very, very long.
I would say off the back, guys, you have two options. Yeah, you can either go down this by yourself, and we did that ourselves. To try and get the trademark sorted, the application.
Well, we didn't.
We did.
We first spoke to someone that was close to us. From a legal perspective,
we definitely did do it by ourselves.
We saw casual legal advice.
That's why I was saying, like, it wasn't just one of those ones where we just went about it and just did it ourselves.
I can't lie, we did.
Listen, wait, okay, let me finish my point before you continue. So obviously we spoke about this and said, okay, it's time for us to now take this to the next level. Cool. We first wanted to do it with Don't Believe the Hype. Don't Believe the Hype didn't happen because we spoke to someone about it and he said, look, I've just done a search for you quickly. I've noticed that there's certain brands that have this name already.
Complex owns Don't Believe the Hype.
Complex owns Don't Believe the Hype. So this brand has this, and for you to kind of challenge it and say you want to trademark it, they're definitely going to contest what you're doing.
Especially because the classes, that's another thing as well. Within the trademarks, there are particular classes that apply to the brand you're doing. So if it's clothing, it's class, let's say 1. If it's podcast, class 40.
2, whatever.
And Complex owns the classes
that we wanted to be in.
So we didn't stand a chance.
So they're going to contest us anyway. So based off that, we kind of were like, okay, cool. We know how this already goes. So, because we already understand it from a high level, and when I say high level, we're on
Super
Mount
high,
Everest. We're Mount Everest right now. We've just seen the clouds.
Super high level,
We were like, okay.
We got the whole game figured out.
We're like, bros, we're lawyers.
We were like, we got this down packed. So, we had already spoken about it. We had already chosen a name. We were like, okay, Kesi chose Hype and Then Some. We was like,
collective.
Kesi
came up with the name.
As a collective, we accepted it. And then we were like, nobody is going to contest this shit.
No, because we googled Hype and Then Some. It didn't exist. We said, say no more. What? I checked Hype and Then Some on every single social. Nothing available. And that's ours.
And Hype and Then Some isn't something that someone would just naturally just choose.
Exactly.
So we were like, okay, cool. That's it.
Boogie.
Let's do it. So obviously Tobi did a lot of the research in regards to the legal side of things. Because Tobi's got some level of legal
has a law degree.
Yeah,
so
Tobi's got a law degree.
Tobi has an undergrad law degree, and we actually thought he was Annalise Keating.
That is.
We just decided he is fit for the job.
We said that is sufficient. That is it.
That'll do.
Free charge. So
brilliant.
We were like, we've already got an inside lawyer. It's calm.
It's calm.
So
I studied intellectual property for like a semester, and that was it.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Keep your tots law. That's fine with us.
So Tobi did the research for us and found out the cost and the process for doing all of this. Let me tell you guys, we still did not seek any proper legal advice. We didn't. We just
said let's crack on. And at this point, for a trademark application, it's roughly around 450 or 400.
Yeah, 450.
I think it's 250 for the initial trademark, and then every additional class is like 50.
Is an additional 50.
Okay, so we added the additional.
That we had, it brought us to about 450 around that price, right? But how it works is that we can either put half down to process the application, and then their lawyers, like the lawyer for the company, what is it called, IPO or whatever, they will come back to us and say, here are some potential brands or companies that will get in touch with you or try and contest the name. If you want to see it through after that point,
you have to pay the
remainder of the money, and then so it goes.
Yeah,
and that's what we did.
What they do is that they post your trademark into the trademark register, and then that is basically up for 2 months.
And it alerts the brands where
they alert them, so they actually go out and send letters to these people and say, look, there's this trademark.
So it's them that stitch us up.
Yeah, basically.
Right,
they send letters to these people and say, look, there's a trademark that's about to be published that could infringe on yours, and then that gives them the opportunity to basically
contest it.
So you have 2 months from that point when they register it, and to the point where it's actually published and it's yours. If anyone contests it within that time, they extend that time by 1 month. And then you guys have got to battle it. Now this is where we are basically at, because we literally had a week left in that 2 month period before that trademark was ours. Before we
and these pricks just went.
No, but they're idiots for that though. Like
they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. So that happened now, and then obviously, like I said, we had already spoken to a good friend of ours. In regards to this situation, and man, he just basically said, "Look, bro, why did you not come and contact me in this scenario?" Which
is true.
Which is true.
I think realistically, we should have sought legal advice.
Yeah, 100%. From the very beginning.
It just did not make sense for us to think that we could go in this off our own backs. Like, none of us work in law. environments. Literally, none of us.
As he clearly said, like it's a fact. For accounting stuff, you get an accountant.
Yeah.
For legal stuff, you should get
a lawyer. Yeah, that's how it works.
But at the same time, I know we were like, okay, cool. Like, we don't really have money like these people for us to really like invest in a lawyer. Like, we don't have money like that, and solicitors and stuff. So we were like, yeah, we kind of understand to a degree.
It's fine.
And the thing is, Tobi's kind of downplaying it. Tobi understands what's going on. He's not a lawyer. He's not a certified lawyer. Yeah. But Tobi ain't stupid. Tobi knows the legal system very, very, very well. Like very well.
So we felt like that was enough. And outside of that, it seemed simple enough that if the name is unique enough, we'll be fine. There are lots of brands that exist. Hype Beast. Do you know what I mean? Hype, the actual clothing brand. There are lots of brands and companies that have the word hype, and hype is such a common term. It's like trademarking the word red. Do you know what I mean? Like, so for us, it was a no-brainer. Hype and then some. There's no one like that. We searched, nothing even similar came up. So we really thought that we were in the money, and it turns out that
we weren't in the money.
We weren't. So I think that's one lesson that we definitely learned. Well, even though we've got limited resources, there's still a non-negotiable level of like
very well put,
things that we should put forward. Like, that's not something that we can play around with, and unfortunately, as a result, learning curve, it costs us the money. We put all the money through, and now we're gonna have to withdraw our application.
And I think it goes back to what a lot of people say. And as Kesi just said what she said, I was like, when people say in business and in life, don't cut corners. Don't cut corners.
This was
like,
a corner that we cut. This was a corner that we cut, and we felt
we're coming round back that corner.
We're spinning the block.
We tried to round it. It's now straight and pointy, and we're getting
and it's stabbing us in the ass.
So basically, the point that we're at now is basically if we can either withdraw the application, or we can proceed with a legal battle. The issue with proceeding with a legal battle is this other company has a proper law firm. They're making stupid amounts of money compared to us. We're not.
Some degree.
We're not a money making business.
Not yet.
We're not even a money making business. Like, we're not asking anybody for any money. Literally,
we're not getting paid like that.
So there is no legal team.
They have a legal team behind them, and essentially, if you end up losing that battle, you pay their legal fees. And guys, if you're aware, legal fees are not cheap.
Yeah, please.
And we're not trying to get broke before we make money.
Exactly. How can we be in the red before
we already spent a bag of money trying to get this sorted already. So
for anyone that does get to this point, you do want to fight it. That's just something to keep be aware of, that you will have to pay legal fees if you lose.
So now we're at the point where we are we're withdrawing the application. We're changing our name. That's not a fight that we want to fight. But I tell you what, though, I can't even lie. When we got the letter through saying that this particular brand was
we were
contesting
down
us,
bad, man.
I was like, I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to quit the podcast. Enough. Like, it's actually enough. The thing is that we talk about consistency. I guess that's the next thing to talk about. We talk about consistency all the time, and you guys show us a lot of love for remaining consistent. We've been doing this for over 2 years. It's a long time to continue something that isn't making you money. In this world that we're in. We're pouring in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and we're in a serious cost of living crisis. It's times like these when people say we can't afford to be doing the type of things that we're doing, but it's because we're so passionate that we're still here. But consistency, I was ready to pack it in. I was getting ready to pack it in. So what do you guys feel like are like some of your current struggles with consistency right now?
What, in regards to this?
Yeah, in regards to having this.
Because this is a conversation that we was having in regards to like what is our actual like joint objective for the podcast, because like we said, we're gonna be 100% real. Like we all looked at this from a different perspective. Obviously we all started this from a place of, okay, we're all interested in the same thing, but in regards but in regards to the end goal of what we all wanted out of this, it was kind of different to an extent.
Similar at first, and then it developed over time, and then everyone we all end up on different pages because we all thought like someone thought it could be like this, some of us
100%.
So let's talk about that. So it started off collectively as a hobby, something to do. We have a podcast, we want to talk every week. And then
for me, after seeing us doing it for a year and seeing the growth that we had, I was like, we are on some crazy shit right now. In a sense that we saw our popularity increase. We saw us doing the clubhouses. Everyone like, damn, like we had so many conversations outside of the podcast of people telling us like, you guys actually have something going on here. Even when we were speaking to people and telling people like we're a bit tired, they were like, no,
Keep going.
Like we've had people like Omar Skrilla's a great supporter. He always supports us, always encourages us.
Yeah.
Ka's another person. Tobi from
Plantain Kitchen.
Always supporting us. And has even linked us up with different people. So when we saw that support, I was like, guys, like this is a platform, like Hype Beast, Complex, all of that type of stuff. But the difference of us is that we're actually embedded in the culture. It's not like a journalist sitting in Ohio and he's we're actually deep in it, and we're kind of different to these people. Like I feel like a lot of them, they skim the surface of what's going on in the culture. We are embedded. So I was like, that is what I see for us. And then I was like, okay, cool. This is a business now. Like I see this as a business, a money making business. And when all the struggles now started to come in, I was like, damn, like my way out of the 9 to 5 is now being fucked up right now.
So I hear that completely, and I really do. I really feed into that, because in a sense, I feel like I never really transitioned to that point where I was like, could be a business. I thought that is something that we definitely can do. But I was still waiting for it to materialize in front of me in terms of like, how can I really see this as a business? Because I only saw it, I was still seeing it just as a podcast. Until we had a few other conversations where like, we can do this, we can do that. But even we're having those conversations where we can do like other YouTube content and do all this stuff, I still didn't see the picture of it where it could be. So I was still looking at it from the point of view of, this is just something for where we can come and express ourselves. This is kind of where we started off in lockdown.
And it still is.
Yeah, it still is. This is the thing, but this is what I never wanted to lose. And I always felt like us progressing to something else, we will lose that. And that's what I never wanted us to lose, because that's what keeps us, this is what keeps us going. This is what brings the consistency. This is what makes us come down to the studio, which is quite far away from where we live.
Very far.
And actually come out and put out this content. And at the same time, the people that are showing us support, we're doing it for them as well. So I never wanted us to lose that. And I feel like with that in mind, I never really thought about where this could go, if you get what I mean. But like, even sitting and listening to us now and us even explain to everyone what this actually is, I do begin to understand and I do begin to realize that, look, there is a lot more that we can do. But for me, at the same time, it was the enjoyment factor coming in, enjoyment factor being lost in the whole situation of trying to make money. You get what I mean? And this is my issue.
What about yourself?
For me, it definitely started the same way. Hobby, somewhere we can come to express ourselves. And I felt like, because a lot of my friends aren't necessarily into trainers, and even though trainers were getting popular, especially during lockdown, people were just looking to buy shoes and stuff, it still wasn't really popping like that. So this was a great place to come speak to other people, part of the DBTH community at the time, that like trainers as well. So it was definitely that for me, definitely somewhere we could just kind of shoot the shit, basically. And as well, I'm on radio now, but I wasn't on radio when we started. And this was definitely something that as I was doing, I was like, okay, this can help me get into, I don't know, maybe the field that I want to get into. Whatever that is, right? So it started off as that. Then we just kept coming up with ideas. Do you know what, with me, in my life, for everything that's ever gone well, for anything that I've ever excelled in, it was so easy. And this was easy, like it just works. When we jumped onto Clubhouse, it was like we'd been there all our lives. Like when we speak to people, it's like, this is what we should absolutely be doing. And then I looked at what we were doing and I was like, we could be like Hassan Abayi. Like we could be like Hype Beast and them, man. Like we could really do this. We could be a content platform that is dedicated to talking about the culture, but we're actually in the culture. You know, we're a part of black culture, especially because we are actually black. So it made sense in that sense. I'll be honest though, we weren't getting more than 100 views every time we put it on YouTube. We were getting low listenership. We had a loyal following of like 30 people.
I was
like, bro, when we're doing this hour-and-a-half drive on the A406 to get over to this place, I'm like, somewhere along the way, this isn't making sense. This isn't making sense. Like, we are putting hours and hours and hours in recording, editing, losing content, finding content, redoing content, getting pictures, trying to make
those
look
pictures
cool,
as well.
branding,
Like it's not.
We're putting a lot of work into it. Like we are literally editing for hours and hours and hours. We're losing hard drives. Laptops are breaking down. It's a whole thing, and we're not making any money. I know we're not. I don't want to sound like a super capitalist, but it's like we're losing so much money, paying for this membership for the podcast, doing all of these things month in, month out, doing this content. No one's even looking. Like, no one's even watching. It's been 2 years. We haven't blown. So in my mind, I'm like,
I think, I
this isn't making sense.
I completely agree. I feel like the whole idea of no one even watching, I mean, like, and we're not saying that everyone that's been supporting us, we don't
value.
We really appreciate you guys, man.
We do. But it's just when you're thinking about where it could be, and you're talking about it could be like complex, it could be like hype beast and high snobby and all this kind of things. You there's no way that you cannot compare, and you cannot be saying like, if we're doing similar content, which is good, and if anything, it's more authentic, why are we not getting those results? Like, it won't be just equal to them right now. I mean, it will be there by the grace of God, but it's to just see a bit more, and you want to see all the hours and all the work that we're putting in actually pay
materialize.
off.
But, and I think when we got the when we did the hoodies and they sold out so quickly, that gave me so much confidence.
It was a booster.
It was a massive boost, because before the end of the year, I was. Thank you. Before the end of the year, I was getting ready to be like, didn't I say it to you guys? I was like, we need to work out what we're doing, because this isn't making sense anymore. I'm over it. Then we did the hoodies. Hoodies sold out in a couple of days, and I was like, okay, cool.
It's
People
a
are really
reminder.
fucking with us. Yeah, this is why we're doing this. And then we rebranded, and it gave me this whole new lease of life. Like all the different bits of content that we can do, all the relationships actually that we've made. Like a big one that I want to shout out is Will Stowe. Will has been.
How can I forget Will?
Will has been so massively supportive of us, of the podcast, of us individually, and he is somebody, to those that don't know, he regularly hosts he's a regular host on Sneakers, on the Sneakers app, and he's doing big and great things in his space and in his field, and I kind of felt like, wow, someone like that, someone that's so prominent and is authentic and like a real guy is fucking with us. Okay, we must be onto something.
No, we can't. I don't even want you to doubt. No, Will is a lovely guy, man.
Not only is he lovely, he's amazingly successful, and he's authentic, and he's someone whose vision and gut I can trust. And like, if he says it's a good thing, I can trust it's a good thing based on like who he is and how he is. And so when I saw that he was respecting us and respecting the podcast and what we were doing, I was like, right, okay, this is definitely making sense. It's not just a couple people that like our content. Like people are really rocking with us, and we've got loyal followers. People like Yusuf, shout out to him. Like every single week, we will hear from him. Like that's not a small thing.
And I want to say something here. This ain't a thing where we're like looking for external validation. It's not that. It's one of those ones where we believe in what we're doing, but it's like. Like with everything in life, you always need that kind of like kick. That's why they're like, with anything you do, you need the right people around you to support you. Or like, you can't go. Yes, you can go alone in something, but you always need like the encouragement here or there to like pick you up, or you'll be down bad all the time.
And sometimes you hear from the same people each week, and it's like, okay, so it's only just us, like, so it's only just like us 5 people here that think like this is actually good. So I think somewhere along the line, I think I just lost
the motivation.
I lost the motivation, but I lost the belief that this could actually be something. So I don't understand why, as a podcast that people regularly interact with, YouTube views 30, 40, 50. We brought out a new series, Let Me Style You. It did really well. I really love the content. The views, they weren't matching up to me. I felt like we deserved more. And
I get it.
It's very demoralizing sometimes to put a lot of time and effort into an idea or concept, and then actually conceptualizes, it actually materializes, and then like you feel like, I wish this did better. So that is hard, and that's why sometimes the consistency I struggle with. That was what it was for me.
And I think, you know what, even as we're saying this year, because I was going to say something earlier on, but everything that we're saying is just part of the journey when it comes to certain things. No, not even when it comes to certain things, in every aspect of life, every single thing. Like, okay, cool, it was very easy for us to start this, and there was a lot of things that became very easy for us, but with everything that's easy, like things that are meant to last the test of time don't naturally come easy. There's going to be some sort of struggle, and I think for us, we were kind of like, okay, it's easy, this is going to be successful. We didn't really think about, okay, cool, there's going to be struggles, there's going to be hiccups, and that's what we're now currently going through.
We need to graft our asses off.
100%. Because we all know that obviously, even though we all had our own like vision for, actually I don't think we had our own vision, like we all had similar visions for what this is, but there were certain aspects of it that meant a lot more to for example, you enjoyed it more. I wanted it to be a business. For you, it was a bit of both. So we all had a joint vision, but we were tied to certain aspects of it.
You're actually right. Yeah. You were focused on the business side.
Yeah.
You were focused on the expression side and keeping it what it once was. And I was more focused on the creative side. Yes. I wanted to do loads of different things. You wanted to make lots of money, and you wanted it to keep it true to our name. They were 3 different things. And so I feel like that's why sometimes when we felt a bit stifled in things that we needed to do, that was why. Because we were all defending different pillars and different posts.
Which are very important to this, because that's what's going to make it what it needs to be. But I feel like now that we've kind of, because this is even a conversation that we were supposed to have, and we've kind of had it on the podcast. And I'm happy that we all support different aspects of the podcast, because we do need each one of us to kind of be heads of one side, because if we didn't, we'll be splitting ourselves like it's the multiverse, and then it's just long. So
we've massively changed since, like, the last 2 years have been mad for people that don't have a podcast. You know what I mean? The pandemic and whatever and everything that we're dealing with right now. With the lifestyle changes, that like has anything massively changed in your life that has made this harder, easier?
Definitely. Work has me getting a new job, me even like having my own place, like,
and not being able to work from home. I mean, not being able to work from here.
It has made it very hard, because obviously the job that I've now got is a bit more demanding now, which means what I was doing before, like coming to the podcast, driving an hour and a half here, losing that hour and a half is very important to me when it comes to work. Like missing an hour to an hour and a half of work, fam, that is the difference between me having a successful day or me having a day where everything is just kaput.
And it's catch up time.
And then catch up is serious catch up. So when I realized that, because we did try it here and there, then we're like, we cannot do this no more. We can't.
I remember that you did too.
That's it. So
we was driving home, we were stuck in rush hour, stuck by Wembley, and we were like, we can't do this anymore.
And it was late as well.
We can't do this anymore.
That was it. So it got to that point, and we were like, so we had to make that adjustment. Even telling ourselves that we need to put more work into this, so we had to like push ourselves, like even for us to do Let Me Style You, like, guys,
literally,
if you know
every
the
time
effort,
the content is coming at the skin of our teeth, like every single time it's like, oh, we just managed to record it, oh, we just managed to make time here and there. And even today, like, we're recording, this is not a usual day of recording, because we've had to move things around. Because of that platty Jimmy.
Shout out to the queen.
Shout out to Lizzie.
Okay.
But I think you're absolutely right. I think I got a new. Did you get a new job as well?
I got a new job during
lockdown.
During lockdown.
He got it during lockdown, but he was already in the groove of things. Like, he knew how to work around things already.
But I think something that I realized is definitely, as we came up with more creative ideas and we wanted to do more, like, we have incrementally increased in terms of creativity and the amount of work that we wanted to put in, and that worked literally positively correlated with the amount of work that I had to do at work. Like, I got a new job as well last year, and it just meant that it was like go time. Like, before, everybody knows I don't like to work, I don't like to suffer, and it was very easy for me to just like not have my laptop for 3 hours. I can't do that anymore. I can't afford to do that anymore. And it just meant that, like, between that and starting radio, it got to a point where I was like, I can't do this. I have to pick which one. Like, I have to put more effort towards.
Schedule's busy.
Like, and even as we're adults, every day I actually look at my life like a pie chart, and what is going to take majority of the space right now? Like, what can I actually focus on? I have to focus on my job, because my job is the only thing that's paying me. Radio is not paying me. Do you know what I mean? This place is not paying me until we make it make sense. So it was through, like, me getting a new job, me not having as much time as before, I had to say, okay, cool. Do I actually have time to see this through? Like, do we actually have time to give it what it deserves? Because happen then some, or whatever it's going to be, because it's clearly not having then some anymore, is it? Whatever that turns out to be, it deserves XYZ hours, and I don't have that to give. So what happens now?
I think for me, once again, it goes back to the whole idea of, I feel it got to a point where it started feeling like a job, as opposed to me just doing just for fun and enjoying myself. And I feel like after lockdown and after the whole COVID situation, I got into a situation where I was like, I'm not going to put pressure on myself to force something that feels like it's a job, that feels like it's too much work,
especially when they're not paying. Like,
it's like, it's too much time on my mind, all that kind of stuff, and I'm not enjoying it anymore. I'm I'll just naturally just withdraw from it. You get what I mean? And I feel like that's what happened to me, because when I did start to feel like the creativity, the aspect of it being fun, aspect of being something that I love and just doing for the sake of doing it, it started to move away from that. So I feel like I started to pull away from things a bit more. I started to not want to take my time to go out to the studio anymore, or take time to sit down and talk about the podcast, because I'm like, I can put my time and energy into stuff that I actually love and stuff that I actually want to do. You get what I mean? And I feel like that's what was happening. And at the same time, it was also the lack of vision of seeing where it could potentially be.
So it's like, what's the point?
What's the point? It's like, why am I actually doing this anymore? If you get what I mean? If I don't love it anymore. And that was my issue, I guess.
I think I started to build resentment somewhere along the way. I'm not even gonna lie. I built a lot of resentment, and I think I've said this a couple of times, but like, there was an immense amount of pressure that I felt. Listen, we're keeping it back here, apparently. I felt so much pressure because I was the main person that was editing all of the stuff. And granted, like before we got into this, you guys have never done any editing work. I have. So I felt like it was on me to take care of everything branding related, everything editing related. I had to edit the podcast audio. I had to do the video. I had to do the branding. I had to do the logo. I had to make sure the Instagram is in check. I work in marketing, so I have to look after the Instagram. And it was like, I am working so hard. I felt like you guys weren't working as hard as me naturally, definitively, because I was doing the work. And I didn't want you guys to do the work because I felt like I had to do all of the work and I put that on my head. And I was like, I'm doing all the work. We're not getting paid. And
screw this.
And like, I'm working harder at this than I am on my own job. And like, this isn't even the place that's paying me. What the fuck? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm over it. Like, I'm really, really over it. And I feel when I saw DBTH, I saw it as such a burden. I saw it as such a thing that was just getting in the way. It was so frustrating. I did not want to talk to you guys on a Monday evening. No, I don't want to discuss the podcast. I don't want to think about the podcast. Okay, work out the table training another time. I'm not on it. Like, it started to become that thing that was getting in the way, that was irritating me. Not even something I was drawing away from. It was pissing me off. Like, to talk about it was irritating. But I think, again, that was down to, there were a lot of things I had to look inwardly about, like, why do I need to edit everything when I could just like pass stuff over? Like, why do I feel like I need to control everything? Is the way that we're working conducive to what we see this being? And it just wasn't in any way, shape or form. So I feel like we just had to kind of realign ourselves. Like, every now and again when you're at work, you check in with your manager, see how things are going, and you rejig if you need to rejig. And I don't feel like we were giving ourselves that opportunity. We were just turning up here every Wednesday, recording and hoping that it was acceptable. But we weren't checking in and really checking in and rejigging accordingly. So I feel like once we got that out of the way, which I think we've done quite well recently, especially when we rebranded, I felt like we were able to kind of just like realign ourselves, realign our vision, see what we wanted to do. And I think now, even though we did just recently change our name, the next steps or the next version or the 3.0 of whatever this is, I feel like we'll be more aligned. I feel like we'll be starting on a better footing, because at least now we've had this discussion, and we know what we want, we know what we'd like to do, we know what we don't want to do, and we can move accordingly. So that's a positive thing. Does that bring us to the end of this conversation?
Yeah, it does.
I think it really does.
I think it does. Okay, cool. So
the one thing that we do need to make clear is that next steps, we do need to come up with a new name, guys. So any suggestions out there to the community, we want you guys to help us out with the names. To be honest, like, we're definitely gonna come up with something just as good, if not better, because that's exactly what we do. And the platform that is to come from this will be insane, and we know it will be insane.
100%.
But obviously, we do need to come up with a name, and we do need to trademark it. So all the ops and all the feds out there, fuck off.
Pew
pew, y'all go down.
Fuck you. Guys, we appreciate you, man. If you got to the end of this episode, I appreciate you. You're a real one. And to those that have supported, I also want to give a big shout out to my little sister Honor.
Oh yeah,
yo, she's been riding for this podcast on some occasions harder than me. Like, she's really been rocking with the podcast for a long time. So shout out to you.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, shout out to all of you, man. You, man, have really, like, genuinely, without even sounding the way people sound when they say this, you are the only reason why I think we've gotten this far.
Yeah, for sure.
I think if we weren't getting the amount of support, active support, like this people messaging us
folded
and saying, this would have folded since.
And I also want to thank everyone that has like really, really, really supported us. Like we've met some good people.
Put our names in conversations that we weren't even.
Talking about us when we're not in the room. Like, that's a different type of support. That's a different type of support. One of my friends went out the other day and he was like, I've seen at least 2 people. I think it was a Snow Allegro concert, and he was like, I've seen at least 2 people wearing your hoodie, and I'm wearing mine. And it was just really nice because it just reaffirms that you know what, you guys aren't mad. This wasn't an insane thing to do. Yeah. You're actually doing the right thing.
I remember when someone said that they walked to a Bagel King and they saw someone.
Yeah,
I was like, what the heck?
I could have cried when my friend told me that, for real. Like there were people that like bought the hoodies and didn't want me to know about it. Like if I wasn't the person that was packing it, I wouldn't have known that they would have bought it until I saw it on their socials, and I was like, right, it was you that bought it.
Yeah. So, that's what I was even saying in my head just now. Like, I saw people that I didn't know.
Yeah, shout out Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh. When I saw him with the hoodie, I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Even one of my friends, Femi from college, I saw they had hoodies. Like, yeah, bro. I was like, damn, damn.
It's nuts. So, we didn't take that lightly, and trust me, once this name is patented, first thing we're doing was getting clothing out the door. Like, we are so excited to come out with more stuff. Let us know what you want to see. Niggas keep talking about socks.
I hear it though.
I hear it. Allow me.
No. Do you know what?
Allow me.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Socks is a bit hard because if we were still doing Don't Believe the Hype, the socks would have been nuts. Hype Plus, we didn't want to put the NHS Plus on the thing, so it's a bit different. But it really depends on what the name is. But the name is gonna be nuts.
The name is gonna be nuts, and like Toby said, if we did it before, we can easily do it again. Do you know what I mean? Like the creativity, exactly. We don't know who we are. What's our name?
No. What do you mean? No, but in regards to who we are,
Kesi, NBC, and Tobi right now. Yeah. So until then, we should be known as what? KMT.
Yeah, KMT.
We're gonna be known as.
I'm
KMT
not mad at KMT.
No, it's not that still. It's not that still. That is not how we're gonna find the name.
I'm not mad at KMT.
KMT is not going anywhere. No, that's not happening. So we're gonna be known as KMT for the short time. If you have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, we really appreciate you, man. For real, honestly. Like, we do this for you, we do this for ourselves, but like we
appreciate you guys
that you're here. We really do. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to us, man, for staying consistent for over 2 years and many more years to come if that's what God wants.
Yeah, the best is yet to come.
Long live
brand
DVTH plus KMT.
Because all of them
family.
Man.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 105 of Hype and Then Some. Is this going to be happening some until further notice?
Yeah.
Until we work out a name, man. We can't. Do you know what I mean? They can't get us. So I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. Make sure that you're following us on the socials at Hype and Then Some. That's on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us on YouTube by searching Hype and Then Some, and Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts, all by searching Hype and Then Some. It's the same name. Got it consistent for no reason, I guess. Follow us there. And again, like we said, we've got season 1 of Let Me Style You. There'll be another season coming soon. We have seen your comments about getting our friends involved. That is on the cards, so we will do that. So look out for that coming soon. And I think that is pretty much everything. MET, any other business?
This is episode 105 and we're Hype and Then Some for now. And man, you guys enjoy your bank holiday weekend.
Yes,
and we'll see you soon.
Peace.